I don't even know how to start this video. This is a video that I did not want to have to ever make. Yes, I did. Enough is enough, okay? There is a YouTuber who goes by the name SelfTaught Beauty. I'll leave her YouTube channel right here. And she had a fire, I believe it was like December 31st, 2018. The reason why I can remember it is because my family had a fire September 5th, 2018. So just a few months before. Well, her main thing on YouTube is asking for money all the time. And she claims that, you know, she has 2 boys. What she didn't really tell people is they were 18 and 20 at the time of the fire, or maybe 17 or whatever. They were, I know now they're over 18 and 20. Let's just put it that way. So I think one of the boys was still in high school. So maybe at the time they were 16 and 18 or something like that. But when they had to move to the shed, supposedly, they were grown. Okay, they were both adults. Then I'm hearing she brings animals to these sheds. And I know there were YouTube videos made about that, but she was always in defense, claiming that the animals were well taken care of, you know, things like that. Well, I came across the video from Radiant Brit. I will leave her YouTube channel down below, as well as that video. And I was pissed what I seen in that video. I have video footage, I have receipts, and I talked to the person who made this video. It was Animal Welfare came and got her 8 cats that were living there. Talked to her personally. I know what's going on. So I know this intro is all over the place, but there is a lot to unpack in this video. And like I said, I will show you proof. This is not hearsay. Allegedly, this is straight out of the horse's mouth, as well as I will be showing you video footage and the receipts. I want people to know about Mandy so you guys can stop sending her money. So if this is something that you're interested in watching, I know it's different content that I usually put out, then I highly suggest to keep on watching. All right, it is like 75, close to 80 degrees today in Jersey. I don't know what to do with myself. I am like loving it, but I'm also having hot flashes, hence I hurried up and put my hair up. Anywho, so like I said, let's talk about SelfTaught Beauty. Mandy is her name. So for the rest of the video, I'll just call her Mandy because it's shorter. And I want to start from the beginning so you can understand towards the end what's going on, just in case if you never heard of her or you don't know what's going on. Like I said, in this video I will be showing you video footage and different things as we get there. Okay, so in the beginning, in September 2018, my mother and grandmother's house caught on fire, and they literally lost everything. It didn't burn to the ground, but with the smoke and water damage, you know, from them spraying and trying to get the fire out, it was an electrical fire, okay? 80% of the house they had to redo. As they were redoing it, and also this was my childhood home as well. So it was very upsetting for me too. My grandmother was in her early 90s and my mother was on hospice. And my oldest son stayed there. He was in his early 20s because that way somebody was there 24/7. I was there most of the time during the day, and there were times I spent the night, but I also had an underage kid. And I had with my daughter, I had a husband, I had a family that I couldn't live here 24/7. So my son offered, Mom, let me stay here. That way there's somebody always here, like at nighttime, when, you know, when you can't be here. And the days that I was able to spend the night, then he went out, you know, he had his own life. Thank God that he was there. Thank God, that's all I can say. So thank God my mom had house insurance. They had fire insurance. So everything was good, you know, with the insurance. In other words, they didn't have to pay out of pocket. But in the very beginning, like, my mom walked out of the house with no shoes on. Now, September is still pretty hot in Jersey, right? So, of course, there's mildew and mold and everything else from them shutting everything off. I mean, everything was destroyed. So when I say they literally walked out with the clothes on their back, that's it. I mean, they didn't have a clean pair of underwear, a comb, a toothbrush to brush their teeth, nothing, okay? So I understand what it's like to lose it all from their aspect. And I had things here too, as my childhood home. When I was young, I was 18 the first time I ever got pregnant. And I mean, you know, so Just a lot of things got destroyed, okay? Family heirlooms. My father passed away when I was 6, so all the pictures, I have nothing. My mom and grandmother are both deceased now. I have nothing sentimental of theirs. So I understand what that's like, okay? So that's my point. So when she had her house fire in December, just a few months later, some of her friends or whoever they were, maybe her subscribers, were reaching out to me and other YouTubers to try to help her out because she had a fire as well. Well, like I told her friend, I said, look, there's not really much I can do because I'm helping my mom and grandma too, you know, because the insurance didn't kick it. You know, it takes a while to, you know how that goes. I remember somebody reached out to me and was like, if I had any spare makeup, I can send to Mandy. And that's the first sign. And it also pissed me off because I thought, when you have a house fire, you're not thinking of makeup. That's the furthest thing that you're thinking of. She claims she has these boys, which they are her boys. But you want things for your kids. I remember with you guys, I had a PayPal link up for 4 days. And I remember as soon as I closed it out, because we had enough to get them started, the first thing I did was get my grandma a coat. Get them clothes, of course. Get them, like, everything. Like, do you understand what I'm saying? We weren't thinking of, like, anything other than that type of stuff. Sneakers. I mean, everything. And I told this person, I said, look, I'm not sending makeup or anything like that. Like I said, I'm still dealing with what's going on with my mom and grandma. Because my grandmother's in their 90s and my mom was on hospice, I was handling all the business aspects, right? So I know. I had to get my mom's IDs and my grandmother's IDs, their birth certificates, everything. Now, my son, I had all his stuff. She got people to get a hold of BoxyCharm, and BoxyCharm sent her a whole PR package of makeup because they felt bad. She had a fire and lost all her makeup. I will leave all these videos down below. You can see her unboxing them. She even said in that video, I believe it was that video or another video, that she's waiting to hear back from Ipsy. Like I said, that's not the first thing you think of. And supposedly she didn't have house insurance. So she wasn't even asking for money for like a place to stay, to put them up in a hotel or anything like that. Thank God after 40 days, my mom's insurance paid for my mom and them to have a rental house with my son staying there. They could have stayed with me as long as they wanted, but they just wanted their own place. That was the first thing also after getting them stuff that they can change their clothes and stuff like that. But you know, it's like a place to stay. It's, you're not thinking of makeup. You're not thinking of any of that stuff. Also, when she had that first fire, she had a dog, I believe. She had cats. And I know she was staying with her neighbor or something like that for a while. And she wasn't asking for cat food and cat stuff or animal stuff. It was makeup. Makeup. Then she put on this sad story how her son was getting bullied at school because he didn't have anything. So there was another YouTuber that sent her $500 and then also sent her makeup and different things for her like clothes and stuff. I don't know if she deleted these videos, but if I can find it, she showed when she, you know, unboxed all that stuff. So let's move on. So that, anyway, that was my first thing. Like, that's kind of weird, okay? But who knows? Maybe she's so depressed and, you know, she says that makeup makes her happy and whatever. But like I said, because I was going through it at the same time, you know, my first thing was got to get birth certificates, social security cards. Now, she said for the longest time, for over 2 years, she couldn't work and get a job because she couldn't get this stuff. And I know for a fact that's a lie. As long as you have the fire marshal paper that states there was a fire, it also states what caused the fire, okay? And, you know, other things, most of the time you can get it. Also, she used to be on food stamps and different things. She had said that. She was actually on food stamps. I don't know if she's still on it or not, but I know she was on it. Well, the welfare office has copies of everything. Me, before I met my husband and we got married, I was on food stamps. Medicaid, me and my kids were on Medicaid. I was never on cash assistance, but I had those things. So even now, 10 years from now, 10 years ago, if I go to the welfare office, they're going to have on file from the computer a copy of me and my kids' birth certificates, all that type of stuff. They will have that. So all you have to do is go down there and get a copy. So this, you know, anyway, I know I'm jumping from things because there's so much that's making me angry and I stayed quiet for so long. I digress. And like I said, nothing's scripted. I don't write anything down. It's only going by memory. And that was another thing that got me like, why isn't she worried about getting that stuff? You know, asking for money like then to get your birth certificate, this and that. Then I found out that it was her mother and father's house. It wasn't even her house. So when that came out, then she said, well, it was her mom and dad's house, but she stayed there and her mom and dad had another place. I know for a fact. I'm not going to dox her parents. Her parents have nothing to do with this. But I can tell you, they got on a program and they got another place that was about 5 minutes from where her shed is that she claims she lives in. You would think if she had a house that burnt down and nothing was her fault, why wouldn't the mother and father let her and her boys stay with them, or at least the boys? Right? I don't know. That's their business. But I all this I kept thinking. This is the thing that I was thinking. But it really wasn't my business too much. Like, I'm not going to make a video about it or anything like that. I'm just like, I'm not sending her no money or helping her when I'm struggling to help my mom and my grandmom. And she's not even doing what she's supposed to do. She's worried about makeup and getting a hold of brands. Why should brands worry about you with makeup? I don't know. That just really bothered me, okay? Well, then eventually she was able to get... I don't know if it was a trailer, whatever, it doesn't matter what it was, but another place that she was renting. And after a while, when COVID hit or whatever the case may be, she couldn't afford the rent. So again, she's asking for money. She's always asked for money ever since the fire, 2018. Every video in her description box was her PayPal link. At the end of every video, she would say PayPal, this, that, every video. Her community post, every community post. I do know she got money that was enough to cover her rent, but then again, she was behind again the next one. She just couldn't afford it. So anyway, the landlord got tired of it and she got evicted. So then I think she said she claimed that she lived in a tent at that time where the house fire was, because I guess they owned the land, you know. And then eventually she was able to get a hold of somebody to get a shed. And then she was living in this little like shed, okay? Which is better than living in a tent or whatever. I get it. You got to do what you got to do. Supposedly her boys stayed with her, and that's what she always played on to help get money. Well, then there was a bunch of people that started, different YouTubers, subscribers. What are you doing with their money? What are you showing? Because when she got her shed, she kept saying she needed this, to get water pipes, to get all this kind of stuff. People were giving her money, but then she wasn't showing what she got. Then when winter came, she said she was cold. They were sending her propane tanks, this and that, but she was never showing any of this stuff. The clothes that was being sent, she was never showing any of it. She never showed the outside. She never showed the pipe. Like, she didn't show anything, so people were starting to question. She got mad because, in other words, she felt like it's none of your business. If you send me that money, then you sent it to me and I could do what I want. However, it is their business. Because if they're sending you money, you need to show that you use that money for. You know, I believe you're obligated then to do that. And if that's what you really use the money for, there should be no reason why you wouldn't just show. In other words, here's my house, my mom's house fire. I'm going to show you pictures right here what the house looked like. They had to take it down all the way to the wood to redo it. I can show you guys that because I have nothing to hide. She never showed really what the outside looked like, anything. As time went on, she kept getting animals. She would say she needed money to feed her animals. And the biggest thing is, if you were grown and you want to live in a shed, that's your prerogative. Your boys are adults now. You claim they live with you. If that's what they want to do, that's their prerogative. But these animals are helpless. They're defenseless. They don't have a say. And I always believed if you have an animal and you can't afford to take them to the vet if they're sick, you don't need that animal. And she had a propane tank and kerosene tank, but she used kerosene because it was cheaper. And I get it. Sometimes you have to think, do I want to use kerosene and risk getting fumes in me and maybe dying, taking that risk, or freezing to death? I would do the same thing. But not when you have animals. Instead of taking them to the SPCA or rehoming them, she kept those animals. And those animals weren't in good shape. Now, like I said, this has been going on for years, okay? I do want to say this about Mandy. There are people that says, oh, they think she's on drugs or whatever. I don't know if she's on them. And if she is, that's her business. But I didn't see it with my own eyes. I don't know if she is. She says she's not. We have to take her word that she's not, because we haven't physically seen that. Because people were assuming she's on drugs. That's why she doesn't want to get help and stay in a shed. There was even people that got a hold of people. She lives in the state of Ohio. And I'm not doxing her. She has that all on her. I mean, she says that all the time. She has her in her description box. That right around there that they said about a shelter. She can go to a shelter. They were going to take her in. But she said no, because her boys would have to be in a different area. So what? They're grown. They're over 18, both of them. She didn't want to do that. So if you're that desperate to get out of where you're getting, you would do whatever you had to do to get on your feet. Because when you're in a shelter, and she was told this, you're one of the first ones, especially if you have kids. Now, it's different if they're older, but still, they will help you get a place. As long as you get a job. They will even help you get a job. They will help you get things. She didn't want to do any of that. What she wanted to do was have people give her money so she didn't have to work and stay in that shed and do whatever she wanted to do. Laziness? I don't know. I do know she finally has a job. That's why she wasn't posting and different things like that. I congratulate her. But again, having a job, she also gets paid from YouTube. She's also asking for handouts. When is enough enough? It's just her. It's just her. So like I said, I'm not subscribed to her. I really haven't been catching up with her. I'm like, she's panhandling. That's her. People want to send her money if they want to believe what she says, because I've tried before to tell people, and, you know, they always took up for Mandy. She blocked me. I was like, I'm just going to stay out of it, you know. And then somebody got a hold of me and was like, did you see Radiant Britt's video? Now, I do know prior to this, Radiant Britt was one of the first ones to speak out on Mandy with these animals, her having these animals in these sheds with these fumes. And she got so much backlash. Oh my God. So as far as I know, Radiant Britt is the first one since last year giving this whole thing the light, right? So when this person said to me, have you seen Radiant Britt's video about her cats got taken away, I immediately went there because I knew Radiant Britt would make videos on SelfTaught Beauty, like updates and different things like that. I was shocked when she showed a video of animal welfare, of what Mandy's trailer looks like. Not trailer, her shed looks like. Supposedly she wasn't there for a couple days. Somebody called, they came there, they found the cats. I'm gonna show you the video first, because that's what I seen first, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah, it's not. Don't show nothing. I do want a video of it though. I think I'm gonna post this on our YouTube channel.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep, somebody's been here.
Well, guys, this is what Miss Lundy was living in, and also locked up 8 cats inside this building who completely reek of kerosene. They all have upper respiratory infections. Probably kerosene poisoning would be my guess. But just wanted y'all to see what kind of mess this is. That's feces on that bed. She just got out of the hospital, I hear. It ain't no wonder anybody that would live like this. I'm surprised she's still alive. So, just wanted to show you. We have one cat we weren't able to catch, and we're still working on it. Yeah, I know. I'm videoing it. Can't even walk down the alley to throw trash in a trash can. You gotta throw it out back for somebody else to have to clean up. That's disgusting. Okay.
I know, it's probably hard to watch. And there were 8 cats living there. Like I said, if she wants to live in that filth and not clean up on the outside of her shed, this is the reason why when she would make her videos, she sat in one part and she never wanted to show. People would say, go live and let me see where you live, this and that. This is the reason why she didn't. This is the reason why she never showed inside of what her shed looked like. This is why. So she wasn't there for a couple days, and I'm sorry, but if it's just been a couple days, That trash, those Pepsi bottles and everything outside has been there longer than a few days. It's been there for a minute, okay? The inside of what that shed looks like is ridiculous. And you have 8 cats living there. If you want to live in that filth, then that's you. I'm getting my feelings involved, so I gotta change the subject here. So Britt left the link to the young lady's Facebook account, okay? So I went there and I got a hold of her. Her name is Crystal Brown Dixon. I am going to leave her Facebook down below. I highly suggest you go over there, you follow her, or you give the video a like, you thank her, because like Britt said, she's doing God's work. She saved those cats' lives. So I'm asking you to please go over there, tell her that Ann sent you, and give her video a like and thank her. Now, I reached out to her. I also asked for permission if I can share her video and different things that I'm sharing with you. She gave me permission. This is all permission, okay? Because I don't believe in sharing private DMs. She told me those cats, all of them have that feline leukemia. They all have respiratory infections because of the fumes from the kerosene. And one of them was the sweetest cat, is the sickliest one. So we don't even know if these cats are going to make it. She specifically told me when you pet them, you can actually feel the bones, their backbones, how skinny they are. And if she was just gone for a couple of days, those cats don't get that skinny. Those cats don't shit all over that bed like that in just a couple of days, if there are cat litter boxes. And if she was gone for a couple of weeks, what have you. Here's my thing. I hope Mandy's okay. I definitely hope she's okay. I'm praying she's okay. If she's in the hospital, why couldn't you call somebody to get those damn cats? Change the cat litter. Check on those cats. If you're in jail, same thing. God forbid something was to happen to her. Her boys that claim live with her, which I will prove they don't. She hasn't came home in a while. I mean, why aren't they checking on the cats and stuff like that? I gotta get off that subject. To me, that's animal abuse. That's animal abuse. And she should be charged for it. I asked Crystal, how long do you think she's been gone for? Like a couple of days? What? I'm gonna read you what she said. I'm getting multiple stories on it. I heard she's been gone 3 weeks, but I can't verify. I know it's been days. She put in parentheses. You can feel all their backbones and they scarf their food and vomit. So we have to feed them multiple small meals daily or they gorge. No food anywhere in sight inside the shed that we can see, because I asked her, was there food there, cat litter boxes? Like, was there too much feces and stuff in the cat litter box? Is that why they were using the bed? Like, you know. They're pooping and peeing everywhere in the building. Saw one large overflowing cat box. So there was only one cat box for 8 cats. And if it's overflowing, A, she doesn't clean up after them, or she hasn't been there in a minute. I know she hasn't posted a video in over a month. Not she, the boys, nobody, her neighbor, nobody. They all knew these cats were there. I am so upset about this. Now I'm going to go a little further about to prove her boys didn't stay with her, which I knew they didn't stay with her. I knew that. I knew the boys were not staying with her, okay, that she claimed that they did. I'm going to show you a DM where Crystal reached out to her son. I'm not going to give you his Facebook or his last name or anything like that, because even though what he said, you'll see what he said, which is disgusting, talking to an adult like this. You know, he's an adult, but still, I'm still not going to give that information. If you want to go to her Facebook, you'll see in one of the replies, you know, his name and all that kind of stuff. Okay? This is his reply. LOL, that's private property owned by me. I have my own house and don't stay there. You are so retard. Okay, I'm not going to say the whole word. It's not even funny my mom helped those cats off the street from getting abused. People like you need to burn in hell. Quit being on social media gangsta And say it with your chest, all washed up, dirty ass hoe. These are her boys that she claims are so helpless and feels sorry for them because of their upbringing. And this is why they can't get a job and help her and get her off out of this shed. I knew the boys didn't live with her. The one has a baby. He lives with a girlfriend. So all these years that she's playing this, my boys, my boys, my boys, and making you guys feel sorry, and that's why you're helping her, the boys never stayed there. And the 18 or 19-year-old is how he talks. This is how he talks. On his Facebook, he's holding up gang signs or however you do that. And that's him. That's him. I'm not going to say anything negative. I'm just explaining a fact. But they're not as innocent as what she perceives, is what I'm saying. And what really upsets me is this boy, this young man, if you're watching this video, be careful who you speak to like that, because you never know who they are, if they have kids, who their kids are, who their families are. Because you better believe, you talk to me like that, my boys are coming for you. And that's not a threat. I'm just saying you have to watch who you talk to. I don't know if I'm going to delete that comment, but I'm so upset right now. These poor cats. Can you imagine? I got to get off of here. I wanted to make this video just to let you know, please stop donating to her. Because God forbid something was wrong with her or she's in the hospital. All she had to do was make one phone call, or her boys. He has a lot to say. The one has a lot to say. He couldn't go there. He claims that's his land, his yard. He couldn't go there and check on those cats. You know where your mother's at. You can't clean up that trashy, filthy place. You can't clean up with all that mouth you have. You have your mother staying there, if she did stay there like that. Shame on you. Shame on you, Mandy. Shame on you using these people to give you money. I'm going to stop. All right. I'm going to get off of here. Like I said, I just wanted to make this quick video to let you know, give you an update. I don't know if I'm going to post it. I might have to redo this because, see, I get my feelings involved. And I got to remember, when I get my feelings involved, I can't make videos. This is why I can never be a commentary channel. This is why. I don't care about her. I don't care if she wants to stay in the shed. If those grown boys want, I don't care. They have a right. They could do what they want. But the animals are different. And it saddens me. And please, please go over to Crystal's Facebook. Please thank her. I'm asking you. Give that video a like. Share her video. And again, Crystal, if you're watching this, thank you. Thank you so much for saving those cats. All right, guys. Stay beautiful. Stay blessed. Stay healthy. And most importantly, always stay you. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.